Next, I would like to invite Mr. Gopal Swaminathan, founder and CEO, Bsharp Sales Enablers Private Limited. Can we have a huge round of applause for sir, please?
All right, guys, good evening. And it's a great pleasure to be talking to you guys today. I represent a company called Bsharp, which I co-founded about 6 years back. So we are in the business of helping customers build a winning sales force. That's basically our core focus. So this is not a CRM. So this is not an application which is going to do sales management transactions and things like that. This is going to probably sit on top of the CRM. So most of our customers, it sits on top of the CRM and empowers the salesperson with the data which he needs to sell better and the content he needs to sell better, right? So look at a new age customer. He's already researching a lot before coming into a retail outlet to buy something, right? So he's already aware. Now, if the salesperson has to be a couple of notches above the customer to be able to talk to the customer and clarify questions and things like that. So he needs to be trained and informed on a regular basis, right? So you need to empower him with content. The second piece is about data, right? So earlier, 10 years back, sales used to be a very linear thing. You've got a monthly number going and you do that number, then you're good. But today, for your store, if you don't know your GMB score, you have a problem. If you don't know your merchandising score, you have a problem, right? So how will you enable the entire hierarchy of the organization to be having the right content to sell? And it depends on the function of the company. You know, maybe I'm a distributor manager and there's a retail manager, then there is a retail seller. Different types of people are there in the organization. So how do I make sure that they get the right content and they get the right data across the hierarchy to make sure that we have one view of truth across the organization? That's basically what we do. And we do it for a bunch of companies. We do it for companies in the consumer durable segment. We do it in the consumer electronics segment. We do it in the apparel garment segment, a couple of customers. We've got healthcare. So this is, just a partial list of customers. And these customers are on subscription with us. So basically, it's a subscription-based platform where there is a backend where you can manage the stuff and get analytics. And then there's a front end, which is a mobile or a PC, where the salesperson is enabled with content and data. So that's basically what we do. So instead of getting into a product demo and features, I'm going to talk to you on 5 case studies. How customers are using the platform today. And that'll give you an insight of the capabilities of the platform. And we're very glad to come and demo this to you guys at your offices and see how we can engage. Right? So this is the world's largest PC maker. So they have 1,000 extended sales team across the country, and they're all on third-party roles. Right? Now they need to train them on a regular basis because there is a lot of product flow, there is a lot of skill updates which need to happen, there are a lot of process updates which need to happen. So they use this platform, right? So if you think about it, 1,000 extended sales team consume about 25,000 documents a month on this platform, right? And they spend a lot of time on this platform. It's almost like a social network for them internally within that team, right? One of the problems we are talking today is induction. So in induction, what happens? Right? So 1,000 extended sales team, there are 40 of them or 50 of them quitting every month and new guys are coming in, right? And if it takes 20 days to get them trained, they're going to be wasting time. Or they're going to be standing in the store not knowing about the product, right? So they have this goal that 3 days, the guy needs to be inducted and certified to be on floor, right? And that's the problem we solve for them, right? We have the app with the content out there. Right? They have a silver badge and a gold badge, knowing about the company, knowing about the product, knowing about the skills. They can put any content there, right? They can put a video, ask a question around it, and convert it into a training. You can put a PDF document or a Word document or a formal SCORM compliant file or a HTML file or a website. You can put any content and convert that into a training. You can give a certification around it. You can have likes with it. You can have content rating on it. You can have commentaries and discussions around it. So it's like a training platform, which is a social platform. And that sort of adopts very well for the millennial sales guys. So this is what we do. And this is one example. The second example is there's another customer. They have technology products. And they say, my salespeople need to have messaging compliance, which means my 800, 900 sales guys need to talk the right message to the customer at the right time. And all across my 100 stores, my 800 stores, we need to have the same message coming out, right? So we created what is called as a WOW demo contest as part of this. They created this. So in effect, what happens? The salesperson gets a demo video and says, this is the best in class. This is how a product pitch should be, a reference video. And then the salesperson makes his own video and uploads it into the platform. And then that's sort of cut down, and people go through it and select it and have just 10 videos, and it's reposted in the platform, right? And the entire 1,000 people actually go through these 10 videos and put likes. And the guy who wins the maximum likes is actually the winner of the WOW demo contest, right? So this is a flow which we have sort of put inside the platform, apart from the training, to make sure that there is a messaging compliance which happens, right? And, we've got, the contest which we ran, the first person got 192 likes. And they were doing social things like they were putting messages saying, please come and view my video and vote for me. It was like a great engagement story. And more importantly, these 1,000 people saw those 10 videos. So that's a revision for them, right? So that's basically for messaging compliance. The third thing we talked about, customers want recognition in a way, it's like new social-based recognition. So we've got a bunch of options which are available, and this was developed, this was put in specifically for a consumer durable player, right? So they have, we have leaderboards, we have certification, we have awards, like a Google Pay award. We've got something called a glory chat, where people can come and comment and say that this is good and stuff like that, right? So that is about empowering people with content. Now I'm going to talk to you about empowering people with data, right? So customers come and say, I want to collect data from the market. And it could be any type of data, right? So attendance of the sales guy is data. Daily sales is data, right? Number of store visits is data. Store training is data. Now all these data are flowing out in Excel sheets, right? So how do we make sure that the collection of data is simpler and assimilation of data is simpler? So where we focus, this is basically the data thing. So we have the equivalent of Google Forms. So you can actually drag and drop and create a report format, and the salesperson can report on it, and you'll be able to get data from the field, including sales, including SKUs, customer names, photographs, videos, anything you want, you can actually collect it and use it. So multiple scenarios it's being used for. And the last piece is, what is the use of data without dashboards? So we have a BI tool built into the system. So you can actually drag, drop, and create your own report and share it across the entire hierarchy. So there is one version of truth across the entire organization. So everybody from the CEO to the salesperson on the retail outlet can see their own data and be able to analyze that data and things like that. So that's basically how we empower the salesperson with data. So we empower the salesperson with data, and we empower the salesperson with content, right? So that's basically where we are. So our quest is to make sure that the field team and the corporate office are in sync with each other, and we deliver it through a mobile app. So that's Bsharp for you. Any questions, guys? All right. Thank you very much.